Everybody didn't go. I don't even know what time. It's my phone. Mm. So it's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Hola, hola. I just got out the tub, y'all. That's what was wrong with me. I was like, wait a minute. Something's missing. I missed one of my baths. That's why I was a little snappy earlier. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, babies. See, this be doing whatever it want to do whenever it feel like it. This shelf is a mess, too, y'all. It's crazy, and this is crooked. That's why I hate when I be moving stuff, because then it don't be right. Hey. So, I'm going to turn these notifications off. I gotta get my ringtones back on here, and yes, I'm older and I still like ringtones because I need to know who's calling before I have to go look at the phone. Because I know by the ring if I want to answer. You was watching the last Zoom. Yeah, we don't do those as often. We used to do Zooms almost every night. And then I would say I gotta go, and people would just continue to talk like I don't have a life outside of this. So I didn't do Zooms for a long time. And then people tried to use my Zooms for places to ask for money. It was just real crazy. People would take over my lives. They would get in and try to tell people not to listen to me in my own Zoom class on my live. It just got real wild. So I just had to chill out for a minute. Because I start getting real nasty, and I don't like that. I don't like people being able to pull me. Yes, y'all remember how crazy it used to be in the lives? Yeah. People used to be trying to throw slick comments like I didn't catch them, but I got to keep my composure because I represent for my daddy. And sometimes I get out of line, but I try not to. But yeah, it used to be crazy. And so I just cut them off for a long time. And now I do them when I have enough energy to deal with it. And we still pay for it every month just in case we're going to do one. But yeah, I kind of chilled out on that. It was crazy. Boy, duality. Exactly. But still, I don't be wanting to be mad, y'all. Y'all don't know if I do not like. I lived in fear as a child, and my mother was always a, a, a crumb on the counter away from beating the hell out of us. I don't got time, and we about to get whooped for hours and hours and hours and hours, and have to scrub walls and pull all the food out, clean the whole, and it's already clean because she got OCD. And then if we don't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning and gotta get up at 6, you better not miss that bus. What? She got to come home and snap. So yeah, I don't be trying to live with craziness and tension and irritation. That's why I say I can't. Y'all think that I just be trying to be funny when I say I can't be around angry people? No, because I grew up as a tense child. If you look back at my pictures, I was so freaking timid. You could see it. I always had my, and I was always apologizing. Oh, hell no. Ain't nobody about got time to be living like that. And if you doing your kids like that, I'll punch you in your eye. You are causing nervous conditions and them to not be able to say no when they don't feel like, stop that. Quit trying to control and dominate your children. That's not your job. Your job is to help them flourish so that the world can get better. Okay. Mr. Ely, do you see a part 2? Is there one on there yet? Because some questions y'all can answer yourself. You could have went straight to my page, sir, and saw if there was a part 2. And if there's not, that probably means I haven't done one yet. Some questions we can answer ourselves. I love you. Okay, some questions you can answer yourself. Mm-hmm. It's not an overnight process. Do y'all think I'm mean? Tell me. This is a transparency moment. Be as honest as you shall. Throw as many tomatoes as you need because you're only going to get a minute and 30 seconds. Let's go. Ah! Somebody said, Russell, you going to say yeah? Russell said yes. Ooh-wee. Russell said, yep, sure do think you mean, damn it. I'm forward. Thank you, Tootie. Tootie says I'm forward. I like it very blunt. No direct and no sugarcoat. Ain't y'all tired of fake food? Fake friends? Fake relationships? Fake promotions? Fake contracts? Fake everything. You can buy whatever you want now. It don't matter what it is. Can I tell you something? Nobody's complaining. I just wanted to see because a lot of people think I'm mean. This is why I don't have a lot of people around me because I'm telling y'all, one of my girlfriends, she said, you just can't do stupid fertilizer. And I don't. If you want to be silly, if you want to keep doing stupid stuff, if you don't ever want to learn from your mistakes, you got to get away from me. I'm telling you right now, I don't do dumb stuff at all. And I want to say the word so bad, but you know, the kids might be watching. Hey, baby. Okay. This is the thing. Do y'all see that my daddy cut it to you raw? Where y'all see God be sugarcoating it in the stuff that we read? Speaking of fake food, I just learned about the alcohol. You're good. I tell you, I know. I think we talked about it a couple of months ago. I saw that. I'll tell you all the ingredients and chemicals and everything. Mm-hmm. Good evening. He don't sugarcoat nowhere. Did you see what he read today? He said he thought to annihilate them, and he did. Tell me that ain't cutthroat. He said, I think I'm going to kill everybody. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And then he did it. Hold on. What you say? I didn't see. Thank you so much. I know he is. I know y'all blessing the communities y'all in. I already know y'all blessing the communities y'all in. I know y'all are. Y'all not walking past homeless people. The homeless person that saw you for 2 years, smile when they see you now. The people on the corners, the ladies in the store that is behind you or in front of you, and you put a couple of dollars on their tab. Listen. He called the Pharisees the children of the devil. He not sugarcoating nothing. He sure did. He called them vipers, didn't he? Murderous vipers, as a matter of fact. You sure said it. You sure said it. He did. He called them that. So do you think now that you are an actual blessing to the communities around you, whether it be your job, whatever social micro setting God has you in, do you feel like you're more of a blessing there now? And it's maybe not so bad of a neighborhood now that you're not walking around with an ugly attitude. What's going on, nephew? Huh? Who feels like they're a benefit to their communities now, whereas you might not have been before? Or your family, not so stingy because you know you can bust hell open with the hoe from the corner. Y'all gonna be in the same cell. Who was blown away to know that you could go to hell for being stingy? Be honest. Put your hand up. Even if you're not a stingy person, who did you start naming off people like, oh, and she go to church every Sunday, but she ain't gonna give you $1. Oh, a patient told you he could see a glow about you. Come on, do you mean the glow of the Lord? I am now after continuous throat jobs. Oh, she said I am now after continuous throat chops. I can't say that I was before, but yes, now, yes, I am. Rapido. Wait, there was a rapido. And you was getting hit quick, like, y'all know that's a. But anyway, now we gonna use it as a throat chop. See, I was working on my. This is some of my Mr. Miyagi. Right? Go and get that out. And see, now it's good, ladies and gentlemen. If you've ever done it, then, now you got the good throat chop action. You just got to do it from a little, you can chop them in the throat real quick now. Use it for other things. Everything you can use as a benefit to your new life. Ooh, let me quit talking crazy because it's making me sweat. No, that's the Jesus juice. Moving on. It has been a rough time around here for me, y'all. I just want y'all to know that people be trying to get under my skin for no reason because I don't go messing with nobody. I really don't. I sit in this house all day and not talk to nobody because I just don't be wanting to be irritated. I really, 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 really don't. But I've been working on it. Can y'all tell? Who can tell that I've been working on it? Anybody? I know I can always talk to y'all, but it's different. Okay. I've been working on it because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. You could definitely tell. Oh, so you see some progress. Thank you, Amberlynn. See? Yes, you're much more peaceful now. Only because I don't want to get hit in the throat either. Yeah, I got to think. My chops might be a little bit harder than y'all's. And they come swiftly. See, he might let y'all get a little. With me, it's instant. It is instant. I'll be like, man, you didn't give me no time, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, that works. So listen, who feels more trained in your spiritual life? Well, hello there from Portugal. I know somebody that's in Portugal right now. Your chef friend. I might have to follow you and send you to my sister. She's in Portugal right now. Pretty cool. Definitely harder, but we should take it and follow. I don't let them get to me anymore. I just go on to take a bathroom break and come back. I gotta get this out. Come on, you already know how it goes. So this is the thing. I have a job to do. And there is always going to be somebody in the way of you trying to get to the purpose that God wants you to do. It's always going to seem, but most times it's smoke and mirrors. But we will allow all of the noise and all of the what we think is going to happen to stop us from pushing through the smoke. And then we won't never see. But some people going to push through because they ain't got sense enough how to be scared. And then I always found out that it wasn't even what I thought it was going to be. But the devil's job, it says he comes as a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. It never said he got to attack you. He said he was going to make a whole bunch of noise. Cause you to be discombobulated and confused so that you can't make a plan. But this is why God tells you to still yourself and still your spirit. Quiet in spirit. Okay? Quiet your spirit down so you can hear. Because the devil's job is to bring a whole bunch of noise around your head. That's his job, y'all. He does it very well, too. And if he can rattle you, he'll keep you rattled for decades. Who knows that? He'll keep you in a matrix or a labyrinth of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You'll look up and it's been 5 years. And it's all you haven't done anything different. You ain't experienced nothing new. Excuse me. You haven't tried any. Oh, I don't do no new friends. Oh, hell no. You don't do no new friends. So if these heifers raggedy, we just, oh, hell no. Oh, okay. So then you're going to be the one that's going to complain every 2 weeks about whatever. So you're just not going to change it at all. How long you going to do it? Now, I'll give you a year or 2 years. It takes some time to know people. But once you know a person's actions and they keep doing the same thing, you the silly person that keep going back over there. Or keep letting them come to your house or keep letting them call you. And we've all been there in every single situation. It could be a job abusing you, a person you're dealing with abusing you, your kids, family members, you name it. It could be whoever, but When do you wake up and say, oh, hell no, this is not what I want to do? And God gave me good sense not to. If God don't make me feel like this, why am I letting you do it? And I had to start thinking about that because people would put what they felt, especially ministers and stuff. And this used to hurt my heart. And I try not to do this. I try not to because it's the easy thing to do, especially when God has put you in a place of leadership, right? Or where people listen to you and they do what you say because that's the gift that God gives you. They used to call it a silver tongue, didn't they? Oh, Lyra, silver tongue. Right? I mean, you slick. With that, I got a job to do, and I can't let different people get me out, or I always gotta right. I always gotta say what I'm supposed to say because if I don't, I will be held accountable for that. It's crazy that Sarah got the book Watchman, or someone had got the Watchman book. I don't know if it was Sarah. Somebody got that book, and there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about the Watchman, and when God said, "Listen, if I tell you to sound the alarm and you don't, or if I tell you to go to a person and tell them that this is going to happen if they don't change, and you don't, I'm going to require their death and their sin at your hands." Come again? Come again. So a chill just ran through your heart. It's a real thing. So if I don't tell you what God tells me to tell you, then if you lose your soul and go to the lake of fire, I'm being charged as an accessory to that crime, plus with my own stuff. That's why I don't understand why everybody is so quick to want to be a leader and a pastor, because do you actually understand the weight and the magnitude that is on your plate when you are living in front of the people and they are asking you for the truth? I ran from this for years and years and years and years and years and years. I've been getting invited to speak in churches since I was like 17 years old, and I wouldn't do it. We want you to come talk to our women's ministry. We want you to come talk to our youth. We want you to know, no, I ain't ordained by nobody. Don't worry about it. Because the first thing they gonna say is where she get her ordination from. Then they gonna be on some, well, I'd rather not. I'm gonna preach to the people that's actually gonna listen to people that are not indoctrinated, or the people that haven't been indoctrinated long enough to where God can still get in their almost stony heart. You now understand the saying is darkest just before day, and it makes so much more sense now too, don't it? Oh, thank you, Just Me. You know who gave me this? My daddy. He used to make me talk to myself. I told y'all way before this, way back in 2001, I used to do what we call now video vlog. They called them vlogs back then, but a lot of people wasn't doing it. And I would just put my camera on my dashboard when I lived in Arizona. It's a 45-minute drive to work on the highway after I drop the kids off, and I just talk about my life. And I had tapes and tapes and tapes and tapes and tapes and tapes of just every day me taking care of my kids as a single mom at 22. I was already doing it, so that's why I be saying, like, and nobody seen those tapes. They was just mine. All my travels, where I went, the things I experienced in church. I talked about all of it, and this is exactly what I do every day, all day, right now. That's why I say, whatever your calling is to do, you can do it with your eyes closed. You can do it half sleep, and everybody calls on you for it. So you go outside of yourself searching for this purpose, and you probably, it's the stuff that you do without thinking, but sometimes you get irritated because it's like, I can't really explain it. It's like people don't know that they only call you because of your what you had, like advice, or can you pray for me or whatever. It's not, you're not calling to check on me. You're calling to say hello, ask me how I've been, and then start telling me your things so I can give you some advice. And that's the sucky thing, and I think that's why a lot of real prophets and prophetesses, or whatever you say it, women prophets, prophetess, prophet, it's all the same to me. But whatever. With that, I think that's why a lot of them live very lonely lives. Or I won't say lonely, but they live a life of solitude because a lot of people can't handle them. And not like, oh, they're so nasty. It's just, we see. And so then it's the struggle for us to not say. Like, hey, come here. Can I talk to you for a minute? And then people like, you're in my business. Well, how would I know when I never met you before? I never met you before. So how would I know any of this? I'm just talking to you today. You just seen me. I just seen you. We just spoke for the first time in life, and I'm just telling you what I mean, is it right? Well, yeah, but you're in my business. Okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. I used to cry because people wouldn't listen. I don't anymore. Because I realized I did my part. And I'm shaking the dust off my feet. You can listen or not. I got other things to do. And you'll get to that point. Like, I know some of y'all done got to that point with your family members, trying to tell them, get your water, get your gas mask, get your this, get you that. You just stopped saying stuff, didn't you? Who just stopped saying stuff? Who just quit warning, quit sending videos like, oh, you still don't believe it? You gonna find out fat meat is crazy. You sure did. Yep, I cried so much for my family. Me too. And then you just got to the point where, why am I exerting myself when I can be telling actual people that's listening? Like the people that follow y'all on y'all TikToks, they there for a reason. The people that follow y'all on y'all other social media, they're there for a reason. And they come back every day because they believe in what you're telling them. So instead of going to talk to the people that's going to have you irritated, go talk to the people that's actually listening, the people that got sent to your page and your Facebook or your Instagram or your whatever other social medias they are. Yeah, just don't talk to them no more, Ann. And I don't mean cut them out like that. I'm saying about the end of the world, unless they ask you, don't say nothing. Unless God is putting it on your heart heavy, don't say nothing. Because every man and woman is making a choice right now with, even if it is fake news. You can see in the stores that ain't fake. You can see that the stores don't have no cashiers where them jobs go, which is going to mess with our economy. Let's not even talk about what's on the news. Let's just talk about what you see. That when you go to the gas station, they don't even have attendants no more. When you go to the airport, you barely can spend cash anywhere. Most places say cashless. And I just left the Dallas airport and the St. Louis airport and another airport. So there's that. I was in 3, and most of them don't take no cash. Dollar General too, CVS. Everybody getting rid of their cashiers and getting, because now, could this possibly be because they didn't want to put cashiers at risk when all of this crazy stuff goes down, when people can't access their money and different things the way that they want to? Could that be to keep people safe? Because it's normally the cashiers and the people that work in the store that are trying to stop people from taking. So could that possibly be a thing? I went to Kroger this morning. There was very little veggies. Then I had to ring up my own stuff. Oh, okay, Angel. So you still paying the same price, if not more, for them to process your food, and now you got to bag it yourself. It ain't even nobody to smile at you and help you if you need help. UK just had an only that only takes a scanned code. Is that where you are right now? And Aldi's is my store. Don't do it to me. To enter my apartments, you have to have a QR code. Are you serious? Dallas Love Field Airport has pay with your So there, yes, ma'am. Just got them put in last week. So now the apartments have a QR. Oh, I need my tiny home. I need a tiny home like right now. I gotta find me a tiny home. I got to find me a dang tiny home. Oh Lord, please. Now I done did my part, Lord. Listen. Tiny home like now. That's why I didn't really care to get no car. I need like a mobile something, like a bus. Who wanna look, y'all know somebody selling a bus? Like the little yellow ones. Anybody know anybody selling a bus? I got the tools. I don't know the electrical all that well, but I can figure it out. Yeah, I'm about to buy me. I got to find me a bus or something on the road again. And this the thing. See, I grew up. My daddy, he had campers like the kind used to put on the truck, and we used to ride in there. We used to have to pull the table up, then you put it down at night and put the little things over there. When my daddy and stuff was driving, we could open the door in the back of the truck right there and be talking to them, and him or my mama would be in the front. But you had to be up on that little brown thing, right? There was a little fridge in there and a little stinky bathroom. My dad cleaned it and got it all together, but we had one. And so when we traveled to go to Colorado and Kansas City and different places that we went all over, we traveled in that camper. It was great. The pop up, well, I don't know. It ain't a pop up. You know, it was the hard one that sits, and then you got to put it like in a place or something and cover it up and whatnot. But yes, I even take one of them right about now. It was really good to see me out and about. No, I got trapped, and I had to. It was a horror. It was a Bill and Taylor excellent adventure. If you know anything about that, just think about that, and that's about how I felt last weekend. I got to see my grandbabies, but after that, everything was downhill. Everything until I got back to this place, and then I realized I don't like going to other people's house. I don't like going to other people's house. I got too much stuff in here that I could do. Even though sometimes I'll be like, I don't be bored. Sometimes I just be overwhelmed because I'm gonna be honest. When you buy your own stuff, you know you kind of pace out how you're gonna do it. But you guys have sent me so many things that I be wanting to do. I gotta find time to look at a book, or and then I'll see another book and I'm like, oh, I still haven't got a chance to open that one. Like, so then I just get overwhelmed and I go get in my bed. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Cause I be wanting to come in here and play with all the stuff that y'all just sent, like my pens. I used to get all that stuff out every day, and now I be trying to. I be trying, but like I want to put ancient Rome together. But when I put ancient Rome together, I don't have anywhere for ancient Rome to go, and I want y'all to see it, just like y'all see Leicester. But where's it gonna go, right? So then I just put it together to what? Put it in a box because I ain't found no like glass. I guess I could make a resin box. I could actually pour a resin box to put it in. But then I would have to, well, y'all might have just gave me a damn idea. I'm about to put it together and build me a resin box and then put the other one together and build a resin box for that and put Lester in there and stack them up like y'all be doing these baby shower boxes. But put some lights in them in my living room. And I should be able to glue them down in the resin box, right? And make it clear like a glass box. And put some LED lights on them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be resin, but if I stick these after I put them together, they're not gonna fall or anything. And if I need to put some hinges on it, I could probably, but I'll probably just seal it or try to seal it in some kind of way and make display cases. Yeah, but this is big. I'm gonna have to make it to size. It's a city. It's like a city and some other stuff, or it's a coliseum, a Roman helmet, a jigsaw puzzle, some type of mosaic, a code wheel, an eagle, and something else in here that I gotta put together. They're 3Ds, like Lester up there. So I need to put my ancient Egypt together and my ancient Rome. I already put Lester together, which is to build a dragon. And then I got 1,000 coloring books y'all done sent me. So then I want to color in all of them because I don't want nobody to be left out. And then I want to look at, it'd be different if amen. Moving on. So anyway, we going to get to class because I just be BSing because we've been in here 30 minutes and people be talking about they late. You was wondering who Lester was. This is Lester. But Lester's wings thing came out funny because I didn't put them in the right step. So it was one step that I just couldn't figure it out. And I'm normally really good mechanically of like putting stuff together. My mom used to have me put the DVD, like everything. I put all the cabinets and tables together. I did all that as a kid. I was the kid that wanted to take the furniture apart and I'm gonna fix the VHS thing. I'll take the lid off of it and be looking in there. Like that was me. I probably could have electrocuted myself a few times. It wasn't nothing but the grace of God. But I was the one that was putting stuff together and fixing stuff. So this is Lester. And he should, when you twist this little thing here, flap his wings. But see, I missed the step getting it down, right? And I know the step I missed. I know exactly what step I missed. But Lester is just, he's just not going to fly, okay? He's not going to flap. It's fine. He'll be all right. It's okay, Lester. He'll be okay. Just don't worry about it. They're not going to say anything mean. Nobody fussing that we ain't discriminating against you because you flight impaired. Lester the wingless dragon, right. Exactly. He got the little baby wings and they ain't going nowhere. Yes. Can you download music to cassette tapes? I guess you can. Can you still download music to actually play somewhere else without the internet? Lester is a giant worm. He's going to hear you, Deja. He can read. He's a wise dragon. Lester can read. He can hear you. You say that really loud. I don't think he wants to be called a worm, a giant worm. I don't think that's what he wants to be called. Let me quit messing with y'all for y'all think I'm crazy. I'm not. But you gotta laugh about something. Okay. So who went who went and researched some food today that's named after you said I am? You think I'm crazy? Well, everybody got their straight jackets. I used to need a medium. I'm gonna need a large now. Pink preferably. I don't do well with white. So there's that. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a question though? I do have YouTube Music. I have all of that. I didn't know you could really download it and put it somewhere else. I thought it was just for the internet or when you're not online. You said, can I get mine black and pink? I'm going to need a 2X, okay? Because ain't it crazy how all the people that be telling the truth, they say it's crazy, but the people that be telling us a lie, they say they telling the truth. Is the spirit of deception at work, y'all think, or no? Hmm? Let's do it. Oh. Let's see if I can. Is it this one or the other one? No, these are the tails. We need the black book. There it is. You need to go back here. Because there's a lot of books on the floor. And that be hurting my heart when I see it, honestly. Because that's how pages and stuff get ruined and spines get obliterated. And CERCA is real rough with stuff. Y'all know that. Y'all have seen me break stuff. So let's just clean up just a second. And get some of the important books back where they go. Let's do it. Did you? No wonder that was moving earlier. I couldn't figure out why all the books are moving. What goes there? Something. Give me a second. Oh, Grimm's Fairy Tales. Like, what goes there? Yes. I knew something went there. I'm like, that is not where you're supposed to be. None of these books are actually where they're supposed to be, but because there's so many now, I have to keep moving them. But let's do it. Double speak and double think MK Ultra stuff. I don't know about MK Ultra, but okay. I got a name for you. I got a name for you. No, it's I got a thing for you, but I got a name for you. Y'all ready? Are your Twitter fingers ready? I'm about to go get me some juice in just a second. I'm telling y'all right now. Are y'all ready? Y'all, we gotta laugh. The world is ending. We better laugh as many days as we can. Is y'all ready or not? Are y'all ready? What the kids you say? Are you ready or not? Okay. AGLAUROS. A is in apple. G is in goat. L is in lame. No. AUROS. That's why it's dark over here, because my other lamp for when I did my nails is in my room. I'm not tripping. I'll be back. Did y'all get it? AG Aglaros. I'm thinking. Yep. Tell me who it is or what they did or where they from. And let me go get my light. I'll be right back. If I didn't know any better, I would think they're trying to kill off our crops. Because have y'all noticed, I don't know where all of y'all live, but it's June and it be like 30 and 40 degrees in the morning. Athena's first Athenian priestess. An Athenian princess, so she was from Athens. It's some bad ones in Athens, Georgia, I heard, ain't it? Ain't there some beautiful goddesses in Athens? I know that ain't the Athens they talking about, but I heard Athens got some beautiful sisters and folks down there. The daughter of Cecrops, or Cercrops, how do you say his name? You think they're trying? Yep. Your grapes is barely producing. I'm telling you, something's going on. Something is going on. It's freezing. Freezing in the morning, freezing at night. Right. Like, it's the summer. You can't even go outside. Y'all remember by June this time, you will be able to sit outside on the porch, honey, and feel the sweat. It be cold at night. And cold. I woke up the other morning and it was so cold. I had to come in and put on one of my OIU skull caps. I saw that the fish is belly up here in Missouri somewhere. The same thing that happened in Ohio last year around this time, and it was happening in Illinois, and all of that is now happening in Missouri. Not Missouri. It's Florida. Florida and Texas. Yeah, excuse me. I said Missouri. Florida and Texas. Florida and Texas. All them fish. The same thing that happened. We might have the dark, cold winter this year. That's exactly why. Nephew, let's do it. We ain't pulled this out in a while, huh? About to make me go through all this stuff, but it's okay. It's all right. I'll do it. Y'all know some. Something fell. Y'all know somebody commented on one of that video I did today, which is a remake, and was like, something. She gonna get robbed. You gotta be careful of your words, folks. He start laughing. You might have just spoke something up on yourself. Even though it's the internet, you still gotta be careful who you talking to. Believe that. I said, well, they gonna have to get past these hollows to come get it. So I guess. Who just giving up their stuff? I'm no damsel in distress, homie. River. Nowhere near that. And I done had a lot of people try to take a lot of things. I guarantee you they regretted it. I'm gonna fight for mine, always. Aha! What cold winter, nephew? What cold winter? We don't even know nothing about no cold winter, do we, nephew? Not with this portable potbelly stove that we got with all the shindigs in it. The port to go out of our 8-person tent. The thing so we don't burn our tent up or our house. The ventilation system to go inside or outside. And I told y'all what I did. I went and got the air conditioner unit thing that you put that you can put on the top of the bottom of the window. This is for my tent, so when I have to cut a hole in my tent, the rain and all of that don't get through. And where did I put that at? This is to wrap that good old pipe so you don't get burnt, and I got heat tape. Okay? Yours came on Saturday, come on with it. Let the steam out, right? So I don't got to worry about, dying from carbon monoxide or whatever. All the little pieces right here. Okay? Put everything together. This is a part of the little, it's all the pieces. But the cool thing about this is, I don't know if y'all saw this little lid here. It's some things down on the bottom of here where I can cook. right? It's like barbecue, little small little bar, like hot dogs or steak or some chicken. It ain't very big. It's two of them, one for each side. But also, just like the old days, I can sit a pot right on top of this and cook, heat water, whatever I'm going to do, stoke the fire, close it back, right? Now, don't fall. This model that I got actually has a door on the front as well. So I can put wood in here this way, stoke the fire this way. It's wood burning. So, and I got my axe down there if I need to go chop down some stuff. The wood burning stove, the same ones our grandma and them used to use, great grandmas in the house that would heat that one room. So they had one room houses. So they could heat that one room. Well, what happened in New York last winter, if you have one of these, you're not going to have to worry about that because you can put it in the biggest room, your den or whatever. Find a window where you can put your things up to ventilate it. Like I told you, I went and got the window unit thing, like for the air conditioner. And then I bought heat tape so that I can wrap that plastic part in heat tape and then put this going out of it. So if I have to be in here, I can still have that smoke going out, but it's going to keep the cold out because I got that window unit thing right there. People died because they was trying to burn stuff to keep warm. Well, if they would have had one of these, they could have at least heated, they could have at least heated their room, cooked. It's for cooking and heat. That's what they used the pot-belly stoves for back in the day, cooking and heat. And that's what this is. This is a camping stove. It's a camping portable wood burning stove. It got the little legs on it where you can set it up in your tent. Okay. This one, and they have all different models. This one has like a sliding shelf under the bottom so you can clean your ashes easy. Right? Ooh. It's got your smokestack. So the hazardous smoke goes out. That's what this whole thing is for. And it's got all the little pipes, all the pieces in here. It's like 5 pieces of this. Okay? So if you got your tent and you get one of these, and you got your 8-person tent or your 4-person tent for your family, and if it do come into a time where we camping out, I mean, it ain't nothing you get too much walk with, but if you have some type of trailer or your truck that you're having your stuff in, but even if a blizzard does happen, as long as you got some dry firewood, you can cook and heat a space. It's just like having a fireplace in there. But this is probably going to emit more heat because it's concentrated. Because like I said, it's got the little barbecue grates down here. So if you need to put meat and all of that, you know, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Or you can just put your coffee pot or whatever right here on top. Move this to the side. This whole thing is gonna be hot. The fire is gonna be coming up to cook, and then you just put your wood in that part. Did you see what I said we have? I mean, get a carbon monoxide, but that's why we have what we have here. That's why I just said get the window unit so that all of that is going out, but get a carbon monoxide detector. I'm just trying to keep your family warm and keep you from starving to death. I don't want you to die of smoke, inhalation, or whatever it is. That's why I'm telling you to go get this stuff. Because even in your tent, it's an open room, and they have this one little thing that's going up, and it goes out of the thing. So here we go. That's why I just explained, if you do have to use it in your house, a way to get that smoke going up and out of your home. This I had to buy separate. And this didn't come with it. But other than that, everything else you saw, yeah, all of it come with it. It comes with this little burn safe thing to put down on the ground. So if any embers or anything go out, so you don't start a fire. This is for your tent. That's what this is for. So when I get ready to cut it, I'll measure, draw the circle, and this is for the inside and the outside of my tent. Uh-oh. It's two little pieces. They Velcro, but y'all know. They come open, one on the top of the tent and one on the bottom of the tent to seal out the water, so water and stuff is not running into the tent through this hole. And then it also keeps its heat resistant so it doesn't burn the tent. But that's why I got this too, to wrap it. So just in case somebody bump up against it or whatever, you could look up wood burning camping stove. Portable wood burning camping stove. And they got all different kinds. It was in your budget. Yep, a lot of this stuff is probably about to go up in price too. So you'll definitely want to get it before the winter. Hopefully y'all listen. You belong in the military teaching. Oh, that comes from you, Tony. That make me happy. Thank you, sir. But you gotta think, my daddy and them used to hunt and do all of that outdoorsman stuff. So a lot of it is watching. Remember watching them go get stuff and set up stuff, if we went camping or, you know, all of that. So I can't take full credit for it. And then God, he be telling me, I'm telling y'all because I wouldn't know to get none of this stuff. If y'all see, every time I done told y'all right after that, it was something that went on with exactly what we went and bought. And how would I know? There would be no way for me to know that, and I don't even leave my house. We talked about going to get these. We got these, and then folks was freezing to death. So I think they got them for like 100 different prices. 100, 120, 150. Some of them are more expensive. It's whatever you can afford. Okay? But this could save your family. If the power's out for a week and it's a blizzard. That's it. You can still cook as long as you can get a hold to some kind of firewood. You can still heat a space. Our grandparents lived. They lived. And they still making them and updating them. So just follow the directions of what it say on there. Get your stuff to ventilate real good. And get you one of these. You can get whatever kind you want, but you need one. Ooh, this stuff. And y'all see why I used to be mad at my ex-husband? He used to fight me tooth and nail about all this stuff. And then I told y'all the last time I talked to him, he gonna say half of that stuff is mine. It's not, because I took my babysitting money and the money that my tubes infused and was going to the pawn shop when you was acting funny. No, none of this is yours, as a matter of fact. Remember, you didn't want to help me buy none of it, so don't take all this with me. Remember, you wasn't worried about that. You ain't gonna live in fear. So you don't need none of this stuff over here. None of it. Don't even bother yourself with thinking about it. Don't. I wouldn't even be worried about it. Mm-mm. You don't want to live in fear, so this stuff make you think about what could happen. You probably don't want to even think about it. Mm-mm. I got what I need just in case the world is ending. Enough for me. You don't gotta listen. You don't gotta believe. They have a gas stabilizer that makes gas last for 2 years. Okay. So I'm just saying, and I'm not being cocky. I'm telling y'all, what I will not be worried about nobody and what they think. And if they think you crazy, just keep getting your stuff. I bet y'all happy about that now. And I say it all the time. Not to be like, oh, I told you. I say it all the time because God told me to tell y'all this year y'all was going to be happy y'all listen. And everybody be saying they happy they listen. So that don't have nothing to do with me. I just dropped the seeds. Y'all had to make them grow. You had to believe that something was coming. You had to believe, even though all the signs weren't here yet, you had to believe and change your finances. You had to believe and stop doing things that you used to do that was taking up money. You know, you had to believe. So I planted the seed. God used me to plant the seed, but y'all grew them. If you got anything in your house, you grew preparation. That's what you grew. You grew. I have faith in believing that the word of God is real and that soon you won't be able to buy or sell without a mark that I don't plan on taking. So I need to take the necessary precautions so that I don't have to do that. That's why I understand the Christians that keep saying, oh, I ain't going to have to worry about it. You're not going to be able to get in the store without the mark. The Bible says that, and now man is making that a reality. We just heard here that the Aldi's in the UK is scan code only. Okay, you can only get in with a scan code in this, and it's other stores like that too. So what you gonna do, Christian? And I'm serious. The people that might feel like you don't gotta worry because that's what your pastor is telling you, like, what you about to do in a month if they change? If they change in apartments, what y'all think they about to do to the grocery stores? You believe in the rapture? Like you're not gonna be here for it? Amazon finally restocked the potassium iodide pills. Oh, and hey, WOIU, they finally got them back in, huh? Oh, okay, yeah. Because the rapture ain't coming until everybody done for. Yep. Russia has another American prisoner. Right, Jennifer. A lot of people think that we are not going to be here. Yeah, they about to get a rude surprise, ain't they? Mm-mm. God provided through Joseph interpreting Pharaoh's dream. Come on, Blake. Blake, what you done said. Do you know how hard that is to drive that through Christians' heads? I use that very example, and they don't hear that. God's provision, okay, was letting him interpret that dream that it's gonna be 7 years of good food and 7 years of bad. And if y'all don't plan while the food is good, y'all about to starve to death. That's exactly what's happening right now. God has been my husband be telling me I'm crazy, but be steady asking about what you telling us to get. And my nail just came off. Dang it. What you mean he be baby, so what CERCA say get now? Well, I guess I could work a little overtime. You said, what's in the Amazon cart? Because he didn't went to work and somebody was talking about it. Why are pastors teaching that the rapture will happen first? Because they are part of the deception. Because when you... is it Hosea 4? Let's do Hosea 4 real quick. I'm about to explain to you exactly why. Did my phone die? Nope. Let's go to Hosea 4. Hosea 4. Easy read version, y'all. Let's answer that question because a lot of people be confused about it. So let's bust this down real quick. Isaiah 4. I'm gonna need to put this on a bigger thing. I'm acting like I'm really gonna be able to see that like I want to. I got so many passcodes. I be forgetting which iPad, which passcode, which password. So mad. Is we ready? Y'all know it be taking me a minute. So let's bust it down. Preferably you go to the easy read version. Because don't nobody speak the King's English no more. So go down to the ERV. You can read it to the babies and they'll understand the Bible. Okay. So we in Hosea 4. I think you're talking to me tonight because I was just questioning my whole belief over this very topic and argument. Oh, well, somebody asked a question for you over here. When I tell you the information be there for you, it's just if you want to accept it or not, it's always been there. Whatever questions and answers you have, they've been there. It's just when you're ready to accept them. And do you really want to know? Because your feelings, 9 times out of 10, they going to be hurt. If it's anything like my life, you're going to be like, wait a minute, that was a curveball. I definitely wouldn't expect it. Hold up. Now, I didn't brace myself for one thing, and this right here almost took me out the game. Literally. All right, let's bust it down though. So from a new 66ers or old 66ers, the people that has been taught that the rapture is going to happen before the tribulation. Well, excuse me. No, we're going to get to that. That's Revelation back over there. But let's get to this. This is talking about the pastors that are not preaching it and why they're not. Or let's just read. Y'all there? Say I when you got it. Hosea 4. You got it. You already knew what I was about to say, Tisha. Or Ticia. I don't even know if Ticia. I've been calling you Tisha this whole time and it's Ticia. I'm sorry, Pumpkin. Okay, here we go. All right. People of Israel. So y'all know what we do. Wherever it says people of Israel, I'm gonna say church. Because they swear we is inducted in because we was the whatever. So okay, so I'm gonna say church. And then where it says priests, I'm gonna say pastors, ministers, bishops, and the like. Okay? So we gonna do it. Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Church people. Listen to the Lord's message. The Lord has something to say against those who live in this land. The people in this land are not honest or loyal. They don't really know God. They are always cursing, lying, killing, stealing, and committing adultery. They murder one person after another. So the country is like someone crying for the dead, and all of its people are weak. Even the animals of the field, the birds of the sky, and the fish of the sea are dying. No one should argue or blame another person. Pastors, my argument is with you. You bishops will fall in the daytime, and at night the prophet will also fall with you. I will also destroy your mother. Now, why would God tell the prophets and the priests that he was going to kill their mama? Because is they the ones that taught you to act like that? Your mamas is the ones that taught you to sin. This is how God was looking at it. They reared you in the wrong way. Ain't that crazy? Mothers. Y'all still love me? It's the word, it's not mine. Moving on. My people, so we're going to put church people there. The church people are destroyed because they have no knowledge. The church people are destroyed because they 66ers. You pastors have refused to learn. So I will refuse to let you be pastors for me. I told y'all everybody up in the pulpit ain't called by God. He said, I refuse them because they don't even want to learn deeper. They don't want, yes, right here in Hosea 4:6. Go read it for yourself. NIV, ERT, NRT, all of them. It's all there, right there. We're going to read that again. He said, church people are destroyed because they have no knowledge. Your pastors have refused to learn, so I will refuse to let them be pastors for me. You have forgotten the law of your God, so I will forget your children. They became proud. I'm a Christian. I'm a bishop. I'm a Christian. They sin more and more against me, so I will change their honor to shame. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, we record everything on YouTube every day. CERCA TROVA 22. 8. The pastors fed on the people's sin. Go back. Y'all got it. Y'all reading it. So it say priest, but we know we don't call them priest. We call them bishop, minister, doctor. Let's read it again. The pastors fed on the people's sin. They wanted more and more of their sin offerings. So the pastors are no different from the people. I will punish for the things they did. I will pay them back for the wrong things they did. They will eat, but they will not be satisfied. They will commit sexual sins, but they will not have babies. This is because they left the Lord and became like prostitutes. The pastors did. You mean they won't preach for no money if it ain't no big crowd lights and somebody acknowledging them? And if they can't be picked up and showed divine treatment, you said they ain't gonna do what they came to do. If you ain't taking up no big offering, they ain't giving you the word that God gave you for free. Oh. Well, hoes don't go nowhere unless they getting paid either, and they not performing unless they got money in hand and know what they stuff is gonna be taken care of. You got to pay for them to get there, pay for their hotel, pay for their food while they there, pay for the bus down, and pay to get them back. And the Bible said they became like prostitutes. Pastors ain't going nowhere if ain't nobody paying for them to preach. And you got to pay for their hotel and give them a love offering and let them talk crazy and treat you any kind of way for their little services. Sound like prostitution to me. Pimping ain't dead. What you done said. So ain't. These organizations is pimping them out, ain't they? So is. Let's move on. Woo! This God's words, not mine. It's Hosea 4. They never read it to you like this in church. Well, this is what it say right here. It say the priests became like prostitutes. The priests fed on the people's sin. And they wanted more and more of their sin offerings. So the pastors are no different from the people. This is Hosea 4. So I'm not judging nobody. I'm just telling you what the Lord say. See how when you read it in the easy read version, it don't be all them these and thats. You be like, oh, that's a little tough. I think I'm not ready for that cut of meat yet. Wait a minute, hold on. I think that ain't Wagyu. I think that's a steak from down there at the Double A. Mm-hmm. They didn't tenderize out or something. Self-conviction is real. It sure is. Okay. Throat dry up and everything, right? It's like eating a Popeye's biscuit or a get your neck brace. Come on. Sexual sin, strong drink, and new wine ruin a person's ability to think straight. My people are asking pieces of wood for advice. They think those sticks will answer them. That the sticks. Ain't a lot of folks walking around here with copper sticks and stuff. No. The wands and whatnot. I cut my teeth on the KJV. They be wanting 5,000 offerings, but it's supposed to be for clothes, food, and the less fortunate. Listen, we do our part around here every single month, every week. As a matter of fact, we do our part around here. We do in this community, in all communities. We be all over the place. We didn't drop seeds here. We're in a dang near every state in the United States for sure. And Hawaii and, the island, mainland and whatever. We didn't got to drop some stuff out. Okay, let's go. They think those sticks will answer them. They have chased after those false gods like prostitutes and have left their own God. They make sacrifices on the tops of the mountains and burn incense on the hills under oak trees, poplar trees, and elm trees. The shade under those trees looks nice, so your daughters lie under the trees like prostitutes, and your daughters-in-law commit sexual sins. I cannot blame your daughters or your daughters-in-law for doing this because your men go and have sex with the temple prostitutes. You mean the side chicks at the church that the ministers be having? They're being mother face knowing Papa of the church is blowing the back out. You mean those temple prostitutes? The women that come in here to purposely seduce men? Whether they got a wife or not. And they done ran through the church and almost got married to everybody. It's right here. And the side dudes. You said it. Yep. Because now they got side dudes. Well, they always had side dudes. It's just more prevalent now. Who was tripped out to see that as many times as we have seen the green man, I need to learn these people's names. The green man from Egypt and the one who this whole time thought that was a woman. Until today when we seen the facial hair. Or is it just me? Was I the only one that felt that? Did y'all? The way the gown was. Because the women back then wore that gown in Egypt. So I just automatically assumed until I look today and see, mind blowing how something can be right in your face and you don't see it. And I've looked at that picture in different books 1,000 times probably. Blew my mind. All right. Still thinking about that. Here we go. It says Israel. Oh no. Oh yeah. Okay. And offer sacrifices to them. This is how foolish people destroy themselves. It says Israel. Just because you act like a prostitute doesn't mean that Judah should feel guilty too. People don't go to Gilgal or Beth Aven. Don't use the Lord's name to make promises. Don't say, as the Lord lives. The Lord has given many things to Israel. He is like a shepherd who takes his sheep to a large field with plenty of grass. But Israel is stubborn, or the church is stubborn, like a young cow that runs away again and again. Ephraim has joined his idols, so leave him alone. Ephraim has joined their drunkenness. Let them continue to be prostitutes. Let them be with their lovers. They went to those gods for safety, and they have lost their ability to think. Their altars will bring them to shame. What do a pastor stand at? And they're always elevated most times at an incline, right? Most times they are higher up than the people the way that it goes, right? And they stand behind an altar. But how many pastors have put those altars to shame? Because they wasn't willing to live their truth and were deceiving people. So is the word really changed? Or is what we just read that was written all these years ago still happening right now? There have been children and families that have been sacrificed because of a leader's pride. So to the person, I don't even know if you're still in here, that asked, why aren't pastors teaching it? Because a lot of them, God rejected us as leaders because they don't want to learn nothing else outside of what they've already been taught. And you can see it because when you go to your pastor friends and your minister friends and you bring up this stuff that we read, what do they say? We don't read outside of 66, or if God wanted me to read it, he would have put it in there. Or they make up all these excuses not to learn more about God and to go deeper into what it is that he's doing. Do you see? It ain't much ain't changed. Nothing changed. Seeking you shall find. You know it. You know it. Hey. Spiritually, some people can't afford the information. Even when it's in their face, they can't see it. Just like Jesus. The church people, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, didn't even know that they was looking at the true Son of God. They killed him. They didn't recognize the word then, so why would they recognize it now? Jesus was the word walking in the flesh. And they didn't believe what he said, and he was the word that they was trying to slap Jesus upside the head with. Do you understand how crazy church people are? And when I say church people, I mean Pharisees or Sadducees. I don't mean people that's actually trying to follow the law of Christ. That's not what I mean. I mean people that pretend to be saved and sanctified and don't even know the Bible. And if you tell them that angels slept with human women, they'll call you a lie and tell you the truth of God ain't in you. And don't come in here talking about my God like that and his angels because they holy. And what even makes you think that angels would have reproductive organs? What did God make that don't reproduce? Show me one thing on this planet that God made that doesn't reproduce itself. Or even in other places too. Show me one thing that he made that don't reproduce itself. Eels don't reproduce themselves. So how do we get more? It don't have to be sexually. Hell, the chicken don't do it either. He sprayed a sperm on the egg. Do he ever even touch her? They still reproducing. They still make more of themselves. I didn't say it had to be sexually. They reproduce. He made a way for it. Hell, the hyena. Well, you know the story about that. Ugh. Anyway. Okay. Even cells split. Exactly. Everything reproduces itself. Right. Sickness will bubble over and reproduce. Everything reproduces itself. So why would he not? Now he said, "I didn't want you. I didn't want the angels to get married. I didn't create you to be married. Like when we go to heaven, we're not gonna be married couples. We'll be brothers and sisters in Christ because the only reason we mama and child and all of that is because of the human experience. That's it. But when you leave your spirit, that person ain't your child no more. They not your mama or your daddy. That's only because you in this human experience and you got to come through somebody. But your spirit was created the same day theirs was. Adam, Eve, Noah, everybody's spirit was, their soul was created on the same day. In creation. They just ain't got their bodies yet. Okay? Y'all don't let people bring you with iron. That's why you can't be trying to please people, your organization, your pastor, your minister, because they might not even be a minister of God and have you jumping through all these hoops that have absolutely nothing to do with God. They are man-made rules and man-made bylaws, and God ain't nowhere in it. Because I guarantee you this. See, what started happening to me was I started saying, "Show me in the Word." They couldn't. So then, who made these laws up? Well, that's just how we think over here. Oh, so these are not God's laws, but you're preaching them to me like they are. So when I break the church rules, you tell me I messed up with God. What? God is not pleased. No, you're not pleased. Because God will let me know. That's what sorrow and regret is. That's God letting you know, hey, you wasn't supposed to do that. But I done pissed the pastor's wife off, and so now God is not happy with me. You can't get me with that, and that's why I used to get put out. Show me in the Word. I told y'all I pierced my daughter's nose, and she went back to her church, and they said, God don't want you doing that. And I told her the scripture to go to right in the Bible where he said, I put a ring of gold in your nose and bracelets on and this and that. Now, even though she got out and she got wild, God said this. And so then my daughter asked 15, so is it y'all law or God's law? And he said, it's our law. And she said, it looks like I'll be keeping it in there. When I tell you they was hot. You hear me? Take me to the word and show me. Not y'all bylaws, not y'all tri-laws, not all this mess. I want to know God's word and that's it. Show it to me. Show me where he said we can't or where this is bad or wherever. And with your OTP, now you can do that though. It used to just say torments, but no. Oh, so you know how you be letting your baby talk crazy to people? I'm going to show you something. You know how you don't think it's bad to dress yourself up even though you got a husband? For other people to look at you, or males to go to the gym and have other women lusting after you even though you got a wife? Oh, okay. You're not supposed to get tattoos. The Bible says you're not supposed to mark your body for the dead. Cut or mark your body for the dead. Gotta finish the rest of it. You're not supposed to get RIP tattoos. It says you're not supposed to cut, tattoo, or whatever your body for the dead. Y'all gotta finish that scripture out. For the dead. For the dead. Pastors never finish that scripture, but it says cut or tattoo yourself or mark yourself for the dead. Just like they never finished the part about when the sun went down. They skip over the as it is written in the book of Jasher. They don't never say that. They just skip over it. They skip over that. Okay? So, because in the Bible, in the book of Jasher, it tell you that the angel came down and gave all them people a stroke. Israel won, but it wasn't because they had to fight. God let an angel come down and give all the people there on the opposite side a stroke, and everybody just died. We've seen that in the movies. Some kind of shock or something, and everybody is blown out and killed in one time at the war. Excuse me. Okay. But if you don't read where your KJV tells you, oh, if you want to finish this story, you got to go read the book of Jasher. Because that's exactly what it said, as it is written. Come on. That part. For the dead. For the dead. I got to ask God still love everyone. Listen, this is the thing. People will get so caught up on your outside, which is exactly what they did because Jesus didn't look like a king. But he purposely came looking like the regular people. Because I don't know if a lot of Christians know, but when people know you a church person, they turn around. Because they done heard the same thing no matter what state they've been in from all the Christians, because it always sounds exactly the same. Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Christian, it's all the same. So maybe he used people like me with tattoos and piercings that can get into the places because I look like a spy. I can blend in, whereas most church folks, you stick out like a sore thumb because you try to. I don't know how you're going to reach the fish if you're making too much noise and scaring them away, but guess we're going to see about your fisherman basket and how many fish you brought to the Lord. Seeing as how you don't want to be around them and you can't be seen with them because they don't look like you and they have all of these things. How you going to win souls of the lost then? Jesus was with the unwanted. Come on. And they became the people we know about. How many of the Pharisees and Sadducees did you hear their names? Or did it just say Pharisees and Sadducees? But you know Mary Magdalene name, she was a hoe. You know Rahab name, she was a hoe. You know David name, he was a murderer. You know Solomon name, he was a whoremonger. You know Noah name, he was an alcoholic, a drunk. You know, Cain named Herod, Pilate, old girl with Samson, Delilah, Naaman, Paul, who was a murderer. But you don't really get none of the church people names. The Pharisees and the Sadducees, you don't really hear about them. But the thieves, the tax collector, the people I used to run with, they be world renowned folks. Wonder why that is. Huh. Come on. People do name their kids in the Bible without knowing the story. Because yeah, amen. I'm a living witness of something to that. Everybody was born a sinner. Exactly. So it's a lot of people screaming they on the Lord's side and they not. This is why my daddy said folks don't get to the little place and they're gonna be like, Jesus is me, God is me. He's gonna be like, go away from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you. Because you never even got the time to learn outside of what your pastor told you about me. So you really don't even know me because you never even got to know me for yourself. You knew me through your pastor, through your home girl, through your grandma, through your friend's friend that invited you, and the only reason you go was because they there. You didn't come from my daddy. You came for the music. You came for whatever you came for. But what about him? That's like somebody coming to your party and speaking to everybody in the house except for you. And you let it ride the first time they come. And then if they get invited back to the party, they still speak to everybody and give everybody in your party attention but you. And it's in your house. They say hi to Sister Biscuit and Brother Biscuit and Bishop Wrangler and Sister Wrangler and Mother Cheesecake and You've been at church for 4 hours and ain't said nothing to God. You ain't sweet talked in his ear like you done sweet talked in their ear. You ain't brought him no offering because he don't need your money. He wants your heart. The church needs your money. The organizations need your money. God needs this and this to be willing to listen when he drops it off here. But you didn't spoke to everybody in God's house but him. And you've been here for 8 hours, boo. Clubbing it up, eating, getting your food, dancing, singing, sweating, everything. Got you ready to go. Didn't have me a good time. And didn't say nothing to the host. Didn't say nothing to the man of the house. It was about how you looked. You got your pictures with the sisters. You handed out some food to the kids. You did your whole Sunday thing. Woo, I'm tired, honey. And God was like, hey, I'm happy you came. I'm happy you showed up. Oh yeah, stay here. I've been waiting for you. And you like, Jesus, I don't got no time. I gotta say hi to the pastor. I gotta say hi to the minister. Ooh, that choir is singing. And Jesus like, hey, and you be like, Jesus. It don't matter if you go to church if you didn't go there to see the man of the hour. And I'm not talking about the pastor. Imagine somebody coming to your house for 10 years and never speaking to you for Hey, Jesus. And the whole time that they in your house, they worried about everybody else but you. And you the one that paid for everything. You the one that put the food together. You're the one serving everybody, making sure everybody is good. And they not once ask you how you feel about how they walking around in your house. The way they're acting in your house. Doing whatever they want and saying whatever they want and acting the way, just whatever in your house. God provides for you every single day. And when you get to his house, you so worried about seeing everybody else, you never even talk to them. Unless somebody looking like the camera. And you looking dead at the camera, so I don't know how you got your mind on God and you watching the camera so you can see if you get on. Girl, I'm always gonna sit over there because they always paying right there first. And I just got my new frontal girl. I'm at got this little suit number, honey. The bishop is gonna be looking. Brother, he just got saved too, girl. He a little rough around the edges, but I'm ready for a husband. You was ready for a husband last month when the other new brother came in too. Yeah, I went on a couple of dates and then he was talking to you and started sitting on the other side of the church. What'd you do to him? Now you ain't a church hoe, are you? CERCA don't say that. Hosea 4 said it's church prostitutes, temple prostitutes. That's a church hoe. What's the temple prostitute? Translation, church hoe. No? You love me. You might not tomorrow. Mm-mm. You might not love me tomorrow. Tomorrow might be your day. No, I'm just like, look, people like, yeah, I'm going to head out. She always acting crazy. Yeah, I dated 3 brothers in my church. That's fine. Yeah, we hooked up a couple times, but the Lord didn't. I'm renewed. I got on the altar and cried it out. And I fasted for 7 days. I'm cleansed, baby. Ooh, girl, we got a new brother in here. Let me stop for y'all start throwing tomatoes. Y'all gonna throw some tomatoes in me? We don't want to talk about it. If the Bible said it, why can't I say it? God said it, not me. Go read Hosea 4 for yourself and see what it say. I just translated. Mm-hmm. He do be busting heads, don't he? That's why I be like, why do y'all be trying to act like God be sugarcoating stuff? What do he sugarcoat and where? Show me. He just told the preachers he was gonna kill their mamas because they led his people astray. And then called their daughters hoes. Church hoes. He said, and not only are your daughters hoes, but your son's wives is hoes too. I need to put my nail back on. Did y'all not just read it? Who didn't just read that with me? He said your daughters is hoes and your daughter-in-laws is hoes too. Your son's wives, they hoes too. Church hoes at that. Y'all read it with your own eyes. So am I being mean? Am I? No, I'm just telling you what the words say. So when people be trying to sell you a fluffy God, you better ask them, do you know who he really is? He opens up whole grounds and swallows people and it's like, back to business now. Anybody else? He sought today. We read this. He sought to annihilate them, comma, and he did so. Can we look up the word for annihilate? Let's look up the definition. We know what it means, but let's look it up for people that might not know. What is the definition of annihilate? It says he thought to annihilate them, comma, he did so. Thank you, Seven Trumpet. What's the definition of annihilate, family? Completely destroy. Destroy utterly. Obliterate. So when we read how the waters came up out of the seven gates, how that we got 7 pieces of the earth, could you imagine the amount of force that it had to take? And remember, we just read that the water was hot. We just read that the water was hot. It was not cold water. They was being boiled alive? How you swimming in that? Ever seen Dante's Peak? Remember when they went to get in that water and they were like, no, no. And all of the sulfur from the thing erupted, started just eating them away. Oh, okay. Obliterated. That would be annihilation. For the giants and beings and whatnot, maybe this is how they... We're not reading nothing right now. That don't make y'all think? Because the water came out the ground hot, like geysers. But hot geysers. Hot springs. 33,000 feet of hot water. Well, we'll even say that 20,000 feet of it was hot water, because then it started to rain up. The water came up out of the earth first, and then it came down. Because the people that could fly thought they was going. He said, I got something for y'all too. I'm going to flood the earth 3,000 feet over the tallest mountaintop, so you can't rest nowhere. There's nowhere for you to rest. Your beast going to have to sit down somewhere. Your monsters that you made, they better tunnel underground. And I'm cracking open. It wouldn't be surprising to me if where the earth cracked, they had cities there, right? And that's what we seeing at the bottom of the ocean and stuff. Those cities could have very well been inside the earth or hidden away, because we constantly see, even in the Percy Jackson movies and stuff, that his whole world's inside of these mountains. So maybe where God cracked it at was a larger there was a larger community. I was trying to think of another word, but the larger community of giants there. And so then he dispersed them. We don't know exactly why God split it where he did and did the things that he did. The geysers in Yellowstone are reading a lot hotter than normal readings. Sounds about right. God said he's going to destroy this earth with fire this time. It's not going to, and now we look at, they talking about nuclear war heads that we don't even know nothing about. The UN don't even know nothing about. You said, come again, say what? So exactly what it told us about the antimony and Enoch, where the angels taught them antimony, nuclear science. They had nuclear science back then. all the way in the seventh generation from Adam, they had nuclear science. Makes sense because Africa got magical electric rocks right now. And gold just running down the stream. So we know Midas lives somewhere over there, didn't he? Where can you see images of giants in the mountains? Just Google. The Google Bing. What's the other one? The Go Duck Go? Something y'all told me about. What's the other search engine? Is it Go Duck Go? What is it? Go Duck? What is it? Duck Duck a Go? It's something. It's the free search engine. Go there. Go Duck Go. That. This life crazy. Like we really preparing for the end of the world. Like for real. It still be blowing my mind. The cheese, I'm gonna dip it tomorrow morning. And so it started getting that little crust on it. And so I flipped it over, it'd be soft on one side and kind of like, you know how cheese starts to do when it's exposed to the air. So I dipped it down in the vinegar today, and tomorrow is our dipping in the wax day. So let me find in water. Okay. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Aren't you guys happy you're in the know? There are so many people that are believing so many crazy things on this planet, and it's just out of they done pulled it out the air. But you can go and look in books that have been translated, but they've still been here for thousands of years, and go and see and understand, even down to something as simple as gum, cookies, and a soda, a Sprite, Oreos, the cookies, the Trident. We didn't look up so many other things. You don't have to be in the dark no more. And this is what the Bible talks about. Now they in the light. Because you can actually see how many evil things are all around you. So do you think that the crazy people are crazy? Y'all know the crazy people always see all the signs on the houses and no, you shouldn't go there. And no. They're like, it's just a sign. Like, bro, chill. And the crazy person be like, you just don't understand. I can't go in there. No, I'm not gonna go. No. I'm not going. We the crazy people now. I can't go in there. You don't see that somewhere about You are the crazy person now. They don't want people saying certain words around you because you know what they mean. Not letting certain things be in your presence because you know what it brings. Like, you awake. You don't 100% believe in the Bible? Oh, that's okay. You do you, boo. I ain't here to convince you. Just here to teach what I got. You take what you need and go find the rest. Seek and you shall find. That's how that works. It's not really believable because all the pieces ain't there. But when you got all the other pieces, because most of the other stuff that we're connecting with it is not biblical. Like come from King James, like the mythology we're reading didn't come from there. This is about gods and goddesses and magic powers. So that's definitely not it. But it sure do connect with everything that we be reading and say. The Bible and the names be in there, and then we go look over here in all the mythologies, Hindu all the way down, and we see the names and the people. So, I mean, you don't have to believe it, but you're reading it in mythology. You're watching it when you watch Marvel, and all of those other things that you watch, you watching it. So, I mean, if you get excited about that, they just giving you the Bible in a visual version. That's all, and changing the names. Yeah. Maybe a lot of people did. Is Auntie Circa pregnant? No, Auntie Circa is fat. Fat. I gained 30 pounds, baby. You missed the class. Auntie be eating real good, and I can't. No. Mm-mm. You see it can go all the way right back in. Out, in, out, in, out, in. And I eat good. I just ate some rice and chicken and all kinds of stuff. I'm full. I told y'all I just got out the tub. I ate, got in the tub, and came on here with y'all. Now this ain't gas, this food. Some chow mein, some chicken mushroom chicken, some green bean chicken, and some chicken fried rice. And I'm about to go eat me 6 chocolate chip cookies as soon as I get off here. The kind you put in the oven, not the already baked kind. I like food. I don't know. Listen, I just got through eating. I ain't worried about it. And I don't walk around with my stomach in no more. I don't need to. I weigh almost 150 pounds. When y'all met me, I was 113, 14 pounds. I ain't worried about it. I actually like this body a lot. And food looks real good in the times that it needs to. So I ain't saying about but mm-mm. Nowhere near it. Yes. This is my like closer to I normally weighed about 142 pounds anyway, but I fluctuated between 138 and 142. So mm-hmm. Yeah, but Auntie just got through eating, baby. My plate is still in there on the floor in my room. And probably about to go put some more on there. Look, I'm gonna eat. Even when I was skinny, people didn't think that I ate. I like y'all see I like food. I always like food. I don't know how you make it because I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I did not make that. It was in the Asian restaurant. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm. No. And I stand back up because I am not. Listen, I will wear this. I just had this stomach out. Honey, I do not care. I done had 4 babies. I'm a whole grandma, and this is the roundest I've ever been in my life. I'm okay with it. I'm a grandma. I'm supposed to have the jiggly arms, the whole nine. The grandbabies got to have a place to lay. This is a pouch for the grandbabies when they come and visit their grandma. You hear me? And when they, because I told y'all my grandson got in the bed and looked at me like, "We going to sleep? We're going to sleep, grandson. Come on." As long as he could feel my arm, he was good. Let me watch my little show and go to bed. I'm grandma now, so I don't gotta. Mm-mm. And if you don't want this, you don't want nothing, because I'm not cutting nothing, vacuuming nothing, and I ain't knocking nobody that do. But if you gonna get this body, how you gonna get it? Now I might walk around the thing with you. Maybe we can go on a bike ride, but I ain't even about to lie and tell you I'm going to the gym. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. Every time I bought a gym membership, I worked out for 7 days. And then that was it. And then I had to call the people and tell them to put my money back because I ain't coming to see y'all this month. $75. That was before these $10 and $12 gyms. Wasn't none of that. You was signing your whole life away. $376 a year. $1,252 a year. All my kids are grown. My baby is about to be 20. My youngest biological child is about to be 20 years old come September. My kids being grown. Come on. They don't need none of my kids even live in a state with me. One of my kids live on the West Coast and the other 3 is that way. They don't even live, none of my kids live in a state with me. And they haven't for 2 years. Almost 3 now. Mm-mm. I tried to raise self-sufficient kids. Now they not perfect, but I was my kids could no. Because if I can't leave you, then I ain't did my job.